The unflappable host of hosts can't even be bothered to host anymore. That's it. I hope Cardinal Smith's happy now. This could be the very end of High Scores, High Stakes. And that's your hook for this week.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Season 5, Episode 10 of High Scores, High Stakes, the podcast that's rolling into the home straight of Season 5. I'm your host as always, Mr. Luvva Luvva, and with me is my co-host.
Bonjour, Mr. Luvva Luvva. It's Tomahawk. How are we doing?
All right, mate. All right. To be fair, it's been a stressful.
And how are you, Cardinal Smith? Oh, wait. Not here?
No, he's not here. He can't be bothered anymore.
This is the curse of Season 5.
He can't be bothered anymore. Won't care, can't care. That's Cardinal Smith.
He's the ultimate mid-table player now. He just has to show up. That's all he needs to do.
As long as he keeps uploading his gameplay footage, I don't care. I don't care anymore. Damn you, Cardinal. You've broken the competitive spirit of Luvva, the unbreakable competitive spirit.
The unflappable host of hosts can't even be bothered to host anymore. That's it. I hope Cardinal Smith's happy now. This could be the very end of High Scores, High Stakes. And that's your hook for this week.
Snip that, editor. Use that. Right. If this is your first time listening to High Scores, High Stakes, and you think to yourself, what am I listening to? What am I listening to? What is this nonsense? What we are a competitive PlayStation podcast where myself, Cardinal Smith, and Tomahawk compete against one another in a PlayStation Gaming Challenge League. If we could pick a game and compete in a challenge against one another in that game, the winner gets 3 points, second place gets 2 points, third place gets 1 point. Whoever is top of our league at the end of the season, which is 12 weeks, wins the coveted High Scores, High Stakes Cup. That's who we are, and that is what we do. If you've been listening for a while and you haven't yet given us a star rating on whatever platform you're listening to us on, what are you waiting? What are you doing with your life, sir, madam, or they, thems?
We don't want their likes. If they haven't given it by now, 3 years into this business, if they haven't given us our likes now, we're never getting the likes.
Just give us a 1-star to 5-star rating. Whatever you think we're worth, that's what we get. If you want to go one step further and give us a written review, that would be great because algorithms love it and it pushes us out to more eyes and ears. If you want to get more High Scores, High Stakes content because 1 hour a week just isn't enough, the easiest and best place to find us all over the internet is highscoreshighstakes.com. There you'll find everything you need to find us everywhere on the internet, and even a wee handy link to our merchandise shop. No pressure, but if you want to buy something. If you don't, you don't have to. Absolutely no pressure here. And I think the last thing I need to tell the people to do is, if you want to help us out big time, share this podcast with a family member or a friend who you think will enjoy it, or someone who you think will hate it, or some random stranger you have met walking down the street. Just say, here, High Scores, High Stakes, check them out, they're decent. And that is all we asked. Word of mouth is still the most prolific way of sharing podcasts in this space year 2025. Can you believe that, Tomahawk? You think these podcast platforms will have it sorted out, but apparently no, they have not. They have not.
No. Face to face, that's the way forward here. None of this remote garbage.
Yeah. And speaking of remote garbage, it is the segment that Cardinal usually descends into garbage by saying Final Fantasy, but he's not here this week, so we don't have to hear the words Final Fantasy. When I asked you, Tomahawk, what are you playing?
I've been playing Final Fantasy. No, I haven't.
Been playing Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
It's incredible. No, I've been playing. I'm in a Batman hole at the minute.
You're where? Sorry,
that's none of your business. Where?
You're in his Batcave.
So I've come in the span of like the last week, I've completed Arkham Asylum and I'm about knee deep into Arkham City right now. So I bought the Return to Arkham bundle a while back. Mm-hmm. I love those games, man. They're just like what a modern day Metroidvania should be, needs to be. Like the first one in particular.
Definitely the first one. I think I've said this before in the podcast. it is a game series that, to me, as each installment came out, they got progressively worse. Like, I still think they're all great games, but the first one for me, Asylum, is definitely the peak of that series, and then City, and then Night, for me personally.
Night's not memorable.
No, not at all.
For set pieces and story as such. I think it's still gorgeous, like 10 years later or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Well, like, so City has, it still looks phenomenal. It's just one of those things. I think I did like 2 playthroughs when it came out on like 360 era, and then I just kind of tucked it away and never really looked into it then. But the Return to Arkham bundle was so cheap. I thought, let's play it. Let's put it in my backlog indefinitely. And then I just thought, why not? I watched all the Dark Knight trilogy there quite recently as well, so I just thought, got to do Batman. And now they've announced the new Lego Batman games. I might get them as well. Pretty much.
I do not like Lego games. I think I said that again as well. But the new one looks alright. It looks like a Arkham game.
It looks like what
Lego.
they've took the Lego premise. They've done all the Bale movies, the Robert Pattinson movie, and all the other ones in between, and they've just added the
Snyder version.
That's it. And but what they've done is they've put the Arkham fight mechanic into the game as well, and they always have especially these more modern, more recent Lego games, they have like the licensed like audio or the actual dialogue and stuff now in it. And I think they've got Matt Berry doing Bane, and I think it just it sounds incredible as well. So I'm very much back into Batman at the minute.
That's a game series I haven't thought of since Arkham Knight, to be fair, but here it's a good game series. I played the life out of Asylum and City when they came out, and then played Arkham Knight once and went,
I was playing Arkham Knight a while ago, actually, because it was on PlayStation Plus on like the PlayStation Hits catalog, and then they did something. They rejigged the library, and it's not available now. So I kind of just at that point went, okay, delete.
The only thing I will say about Arkham Asylum and City is just before that graphical leap happened for Night, the one thing that always threw me slightly was because of the art style, and the Batman's gauntlet always made his arms look too short.
Never noticed. That's all I'm going to be noticing now when I go back and playing it.
That's what everyone's going to be noticing after listening to this wee second.
The one thing that does bug me about it, though, is like it's whenever you fight like the 20 goons, and then it does that slow motion like KO knockout, punch. Yeah. The camera angle is always like too close.
It's always bizarre.
That's my only like graphical gripe about this game, is that camera angle doesn't make any sense. I would nearly like it if they just did a big pullback cinematic view of it, but that is the style that Rocksteady have opted for, and that's the hill they're going to die on then.
It is. It's a good effect. It is a good effect.
Oh yeah, definitely. But like, I think when I have a close up of just Batman's cape and I don't see anything else,
or just his foot kicking nothing,
takes me out of the experience a little bit now. But we've been doing an awful lot of Batman at the minute now. But I've been doing a lot of custom 2 evidence runs on Faz on our Twitch channel as well. 2 evidence is starting to click. Finally is starting to click.
Okay, took a while. 120 hours.
Longer than I'm willing to admit, but it is clicking. I'm starting to... It's not the 2 evidence, it's the remembering that you have to subsidize that evidence for behavioral traits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's starting to click now. I'm starting to remember... And this is all I do now. I sit and watch other creators, and I watch guides and stuff, and that's probably the best way to play it. But nothing can ever prep you for a 0-second grace period when the ghost spawns on top of you instantly. So that humbles you.
Yeah. I can imagine that. I don't think I would ever play a 0-second grace period. Not even the great Insum or Ghost Kai play 0-second grace periods, do they?
I think Ghost Kai does, definitely. I think I've took his custom modifier and I've like tweaked it a little bit to change a few bits and pieces, but I thought, do you know what? I've got 150 sanity drain. I figured may as well go whole hog on the the grace period. It's only because it's only me. I'm only ever running solo stuff at the minute. It makes no odds.
Let's die repeatedly. But here, if it's fun, it's fun. If it works for you, it works for you, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
5 levels from prestige, and I'm 2 minds whether I'm actually going to prestige because I don't want to have to go through the grind of tier 1 gear again.
But all the learning you've done, you'll progress fast.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. But there we are. More of that on Twitch TV.
Yeah. Well, for me, I have had a heck of a week. And I haven't had much time to play video games. The only video game I've played is our challenge game, which we'll talk about when we're watching the gameplay, and a little bit more of Cyberpunk 2077. Still kind of boring, not gonna lie.
You're not warm into it yet, no?
Boring's not the right word for it. It's not boring. It's just very slow. So right now I am at a mission called The Heist. And I have to steal a microchip from some big corporation's CEO. So I have to break into his penthouse apartment and steal it without being seen and without killing anyone. That's where I left it. It's all very exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the build up to that was great. Yeah, I think it's starting to click. I mean, I was playing it last night and didn't want to turn it off, so that's always a good sign.
That's a really good indicator.
Yeah, I wanted to see how the heist was going to go, what the actual sort of mechanics are going to be of the heist. But no, it's decent. The one thing I will say though is, in order to meet, so the fixer, the guy who put me in contact with our contact for the job, said you have to go to this bar, meet this woman, and chat with her, and she'll give you the dates. But the bar didn't open until 6 p.m. and it was like 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Sorry. So I had 6 hours to kill, and I just parked up outside the bar, and I just sat in the car, and it took ages. I don't know how long an hour is in Cyberpunk, but it took forever. I think I put a group message in our group chat saying, "What is this? Am I playing Shenmue again?" Because it felt like it. I didn't realize until afterwards, before people put in the comments, I didn't realize until afterwards you open your notebook, there is a skip time function. I know that now.
That's good. That's a handy feature. Is this one of those ones where the game doesn't advance the time if you're stood idle?
Yes. No. You can.
Oh, that's okay.
I put the controller down. All I had to do was once every 10 minutes just move one of the sticks in order to keep PlayStation on. And that's what I did. But no, it is a strange game, because I've called it boring on a number of occasions, but I still keep on going back to it. I know it'll pick up. I went to a bar with Jackie, and he ordered a Johnny Silverhand or whatever he's called. So I know that's right around the corner, and I want to see that, and I want to see where the story's going to go, because it's a cyberpunk story, so there's anywhere it could go, but it is a really good game setting. Night City is awesome. Yeah. And driving around it feels great. The driving in this game reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 4's driving, where it was really heavy, but it feels real, amazing. The power slide around corners. Yeah, class. It's good. It's a good game. I'm hoping for it to click. Like, it reminds me of my first ever playthrough of Fallout 3, where I played about 10 hours of Fallout 3 and then dropped off. Yeah. And then maybe 3 or 4 months later, I came back and restarted it, and then just played it straight through, and then finished it, and then started it, played it through again. I think that's the type of game it's going to be for me, where it's not clicking instantly. I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to upgrading. So there's lots of different trees for different sort of character builds and stuff. And it's like, what am I? It doesn't really explain what any of this is. So I don't know if I'm upgrading correctly for my play style, but I'm hoping it'll all click and it'll all make perfect sense. But no, it's decent. It's decent. It's just very slow at the minute.
It's one that I have been like wanting to do. I actually had it downloaded. It was ready to go on the hard drive. I deleted Elden Ring because that's just not going to happen in this lifetime or the next, really. So I thought, like, we've all want to play Cyberpunk at some point, at least anyway. So I figured boot that up again. I'll get to it once Batman's done. And then we announced GT7 as Game of the Month. So that's taken up everything.
Yeah, it will do. It will do. I haven't yet I've yet to install GT7.
So GT7 is going to be played pretty like intensively for like a week, 2 week period. Lots of notes taken, and then I'm just going to get back to some casual gaming. Because the handy thing about this is we have after today we have 2 challenges left.
Yeah,
and I'm kind of just looking forward to having some relaxing off-season gaming done.
yeah, me too. Me too. I want to get, now that Resident Evil 2 and 3 are available on PlayStation Plus, I do want to get back onto Twitch, and I want to try to play through Resident Evil as a game series back to back to back to back to back.
That's one way to do it,
yeah. Yeah, play the original 3 and then play through the story and then come back to the remakes of 1, 2, and 3 and try to play them in chronological order, kind of like what people will do with the Marvel movies. But that's enough about games that we are going to play. Tomahawk, let's talk about one game me, you, and Cardinal have all been playing, and that is, of course, tonight's challenge game, which is a high score challenge on Team 7's Rollerdrome, which is, of course, kind of like that movie, which I believe was also called Rollerdrome, which was a futuristic dystopian sport where people roller skate around arenas and shoot each other, and it's a last man standing type job. That's what we're doing tonight. It is the first level. But before we get into that, let's just recap the league so everyone knows where the league stands, because we had last week, of course, was Game of the Month, so we had a wee break from this. So the league as it stands before Rollerdrome is as follows. In third place on 21 points is Tomahawk.
This guy.
In second place on 23 points is Cardinal Smith. But leading the way, and have been since week 1, doesn't count.
Apart from that one time where you weren't leading, but
doesn't count. It's me with 24 points. That week never happened. I've deleted the episode. It's no longer.
It's been retconned. Yeah.
But that is where we're standing. I'm in first, Cardinals in second, you're in third, but there's only 3 points between first and third. That's where we're standing. Let's waste no more time and let's get into our challenge game, which is Rollerdrome. Let's get there now. And here we are, Tomahawk. We are on the home stretch. As you said before that we break, there is only 2 more challenges after this one. I said last week, this is the part of the season where you no longer want to drop points. You need to, if you're going to win this thing, you need to put on a run of wins. And right now, there's nobody really doing that other than me. Let's just be honest here. I'm the one who's taken the initiative each and every week. No one has won more challenges on this podcast than I have. I am the undisputed champion, but I'll be honest with you. Rollerdrome, because my week has been so busy, I didn't really get to spend that much time with it. So
No, I don't think I did, to be fair, because I funny story about Rollerdrome. I actually wanted this and I tried to advocate this as a season 4 challenge as well. So I have obviously we're going to do what is your experience of this? My experience was beta testing this for season 4 and then just kind of going, it's fine.
Yeah, it's one of those games where when it was announced, I really wanted to play. I liked the look of it. I liked the sound of it, but it was one of those ones. Yeah, I think there might have been a demo, or maybe it was a trial on PlayStation or whatever it might have been. I played a little bit of it, but I never really went back to it. Never really thought about it until it was decided, here, let's do it as a
for that
challenge.
1 hour that we have to play it for the challenge.
Yeah, and to be fair, I didn't get much time with it. I got some time the day before the deadline, really. And I put in what I could into it. But I haven't really spent much time with it. What I played, I really liked. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I did the intro level for the challenge, the post tutorial, that kind of stuff, and then I battered on and went to do the full It plays like a tournament bracket. It doesn't play like a sort of. There's narrative beats in it as well, but as you go on, you learn more and more details and stuff. And I wish I'd had all of the end game items, and I would have just gone back to the start and risked everyone shouting at me. But no, I like it. I think it's has a lovely. I think I was just doing a little bit of reading there just between the breaks. The devs, Team 7, basically said they wanted to have this lovely crossover between Tony Hawk and Doom.
Okay, yeah,
And
and that's exactly what it
I think
is.
they've hit the nail on the head there really, really well. The sports aspect of it seems to play second fiddle, definitely, because you can land a trick pretty much any angle that you fall, or as soon as you hit the ground, you're getting those points anyway, so it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
necessarily matter, to be honest.
yeah. No, it is a really good game. I like it a lot. It's very flowy for those who have never played it, and for those who audio listeners who probably aren't going to watch the gameplay as well, but listen to us rabbit on about it. Rollerdrome is I misspoke earlier on. It wasn't Team 17. It was Rule 7. The guys who did Ollie Ollie. It's a game. It's an arena shooter on roller skates. It is a sport in the future. It's all set in these roller arenas, and you have to roll around and eliminate enemies as stylishly and as quickly as possible. that is the game. In the single player mode, there's a league set up, and you are there to become the champion of Rollerdrome. It's set up lovely. It looks beautiful. The cell shaded graphics look amazing. The muted colors, it's just everything about it is really good. I think obviously the extreme sports side, the trick side is deeper than it first appears.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about the gameplay as we're watching the game. I'll just reiterate the challenge for everyone. This is the first main level, whose what name escapes me. It's like Matterhorn.
It's exactly Matterhorn in March 30th,
2030, I think.
30, yeah.
I think so, yeah. So that is it. So basically, it is go in. I think there's 28 enemies that will appear in waves. You have to eliminate them all as stylishly as possible, pick up as many points as you can, and complete it with a higher score than our other two co-hosts. This challenge is simple. The gameplay is not. There's a lot to this game.
There's a lot to unpack, and I think it's the more attempts that we tried, the more you start to learn about the game. And
yes.
Definitely.
It took me a very long time to understand.
It's one where the tutorial comes before the game, and it is one of the best tutorials I think I've ever played in a game, because it does just set you up. It's not like any other games that we played before where it's like, okay, you're in the world, now figure it out. This one has it actually holds your hand and goes, here's how you do the tricks, here's how you do the run and gun, and here's how you do like your quick dodges and your perfect dodges, and it shows you how the timings all need to work and stuff like that. It's a superb setup for the main game.
See, I don't recall the tutorial talking about perfect dodges at all. I remember it going, push the circle button to dodge, but I don't remember it ever mentioning perfect dodges. But anyway, there's lots of mechanics that I was made aware of as I played this game, and I was like, how does that work? Let's try to replicate it. So a lot of my playtime was just learning the ropes and just going on as I saw fit. So the running order for tonight, Tomahawk, is I feel, because Cardinal's not here, he would want us to nominate him to go first. So we're going to watch Cardinals first, and then we'll watch you, then me. I think it's the same order as last week.
Well, we could always do first to last or last to first. I think that way has been going quite nicely for us. Then, so I think,
why break tradition? We'll go third to first.
Yeah, so we'll start with myself in this instance. Then, so we'll put ourselves in a nice little Cardinal sandwich.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good to me. So the running order for this is going to be Tomahawk, then Cardinal, then me to finish it off. So let's not waste any more time, Tomahawk. Let's get into your gameplay, where we can fully discuss Rollerdrome as a game and all of its many, 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 many mechanics. So let's get there now.
Let's do it.
Okay, Tomahawk, so this is yours. So I'm going to pass the mic to you, and you can discuss all your tactics and how you were going to outscore everyone else in this.
There wasn't much of a tactic there. That was basically always be moving, always be comboing your ABCs for this episode here.
Okay.
Making use of the slow-mo function, and nearly a lot of times we talked about it earlier, that perfect dodge function.
Yes.
So you get different enemy types there. Some of them have guns, some of them have like clubs and like bats at you.
Yeah.
Goad them into an attack if you do a little quick dodge that will give you points and little bonuses and stuff as well, and basically just make use of the slow motion and auto target function as well.
Yeah. The auto function thing in this now is great. Now, one thing that the first thing the tutorial tells you for this game is push up to start moving, and then the next message is you do not have to hold up to continue moving. And it took me it took me a very long time to trust that, but yeah, you absolutely, all you have to do is push up at the start of the level, and then you never have to push up again because your character will always be rolling. All you need to do is change the direction in which you're moving.
That's really good to know. That would have been great to know had I gone and done my challenges on this now. So the one thing I am noticing, and the one thing I'm always mindful of, is the more tricks and higher your combos are, the quicker your gun reloads as well. So
yes,
that is definitely one to be making sure you're always topped up, because the amount of runs and efforts I had where I was stuck with no bullets and basically had to wait for a flip to occur or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so the way this works, the trick system, is it's completely taken from Tomahawk. The first time you do a trick, you'll get the most points for it. And it also appears as yellow, the trick name in the bottom of the screen for people who aren't watching. Every time you do a trick, the name appears at the bottom of the screen. The first time you do a new trick, it'll be yellow, and then that color will slowly saturate
there.
out.
Just did a perfect dodge into like one of the bullet time moments, and had no one to auto target to, so I was just basically flying blind there. So I've wasted a couple of seconds there and getting a kill or some points now.
Yeah, so right now I'm noticing a lot of the tricks you're doing are the name is colored grey, which means you're picking up the least amount of points for them, and it means that they don't really fill your combo meter. The combo meter is a really strange one, so it fills as you do tricks or as you get kills, but as time rolls on and you do any of those two things, you can see it emptying of colour. Once the colour's all gone, you lose your combo and it adds up your score, but you've just finished your run there, and you've done it nice and quickly, to be fair, and stylishly enough. There was a lot of flips and grinds and all that good stuff. So it is. So let's see what your score is going to be here. So, okay.
Love his reaction says that.
Okay. So your score is 1,161,139 points, and it is S tier. So, and it's a new record as well. Well done.
That was like the PB. So the S tier is like the top rank, and there then just seems to be an infinite ceiling for your score. Then I did be a little bit. I checked the worldwide on this, put me in like the top 6,000 or something.
Okay.
Now, obviously, I don't think Rollerdrome has a massive player base at the minute, so there is room to improve. I'm looking at some of this here. So we did that in just over 2 minutes, so that you get a big time bonus for that as well. So anything beyond, I think in this one it's 3 minutes 55, you get penalized for points as well. So the speed is key in this one as well. I did look at this. My longest combo was a 28 times multiplier. My best combo score was just shy of 1 million as well. So it's stuff like this that when you start to read it and then start to redo your run. So 983,000 was my like best combo score, and then basically with my time bonus is what's put me, my time bonus over. And like unique tricks and stuff has put me over into that 1 million score bracket then as well. I am looking at the bottom damage taken. I probably in previous runs have done 0 damage runs, so which probably would have boosted the score a little bit. And unique tricks, you're exactly right, like 5.
You only did 5, yeah.
And the most I ever managed was 7. To be quite honest, I was kind of looking at, you can either spin left, spin right, spin down, spin up, or you can spin and rotate, and then in all the different directions as well. So maybe it's just me being bad at sports
I think it might be because there's a trictionary in the game. There's all different tricks you can do. You can do different combinations of directions in order to change a trick. So double tap left, double tap right, up, down, or do
Okay.
left then right, or right then left, and up and then down then up, and all that there sort of business. There's lots and lots and lots of tricks. I think there's 28 tricks in the game.
27 unique tricks on that screen
Yeah,
there as well. So
and
that's really interesting. That's a really, really interesting thing.
there's a lot more to this game than first appears. That's what I'm saying. I think the thing I saw that you really didn't use there was the perfect time and kill thing. So whenever you dodge perfectly, it has a audio cue, and if you aim before that audio cue finishes,
go into the
you
slow
go into the
motion,
bullet time, and you get bonus points for that as well. And you can.
I got a
Jeez,
couple of them. Yeah, it was. I think of one particular moment in my run through there was that clear moment of I went into the bullet time, but I'm too far away from any of the other bots or the other like enemies to actually lock on. And I found in a lot of previous runs that the free aiming
it's hard.
It's hard to non-existent.
It's very, very, very difficult. It's very sensitive
for a physics-based game, which to a degree it is.
Somewhat is, yeah.
You're nearly having to figure out where you're going to be to where you're shooting the gun at the same time, because like your reticle will point at the enemy, but because if you're going in a full motion left, your bullet's going to fly off the opposite direction to where you're actually aiming. So there's a lot of that to take into consideration as well, which is a really clever little thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of planning your moves around here. It's not just being quick, but it's being efficient with your bullets, because the maximum bullets your gun can hold is 12, and you will battle through them because the snipers take about 5, I think, each to kill. So you have to trick in between killing the snipers and all serious business. It's an interesting wee game. There's a lot of mechanics in here. I noticed that you went after the little symbols, the little collectibles as well, because you get them. It gives you, I think, it's 3,000
score
points.
Yeah, it gives you a bit of a score boost. It was the last objective that I needed to collect to like 100% that level. So at one point I was like, if I get it in this run, whatever. If I get it and it's not in a final attempt, then so be it. Then I've knocked them all off anyway. The perfectionist in me, at least anyway. The one I did struggle to, and it's a moot point really, is I can't remember it's like a bluish V symbol, and you have to like do a grab trick on it, or like several grab tricks at it there as well. That took me so long to get, because it's just in an awkward spot in the middle of the map.
Yeah,
but I really enjoyed this. Like, this isn't one of those previous like score attack challenges that we've had where I find myself agonizingly trying to do single point increments just to get the best value at it. Like, I had a lot of fun playing this.
Yeah, me too.
And I had a lot of fun, even if I got like, I think immediately after this, I got a C tier run at like 200k, and I still had just as good a time playing it.
Yeah, it's a tough game, but it's decent.
It's
and that
rewarding, really rewarding.
Yeah, that was a really, really, really good score as well. So just to recap your score there, 1,161,139. It is a heck of a score to beat. It is crazy.
I genuinely went into this and was just like, 500 to 600 would be okay.
Yeah, again, this was one of those ones where I was like, I don't know
ceiling. Like, what do you know is a good score? Like, it was such an unknown going into this one.
Yeah, the tier being on like a timeline type thing was quite good. It's quite a good indicator of where you're sitting with your scores.
Such a big gap between A to S tier, though. It's such a huge jump.
It's crazy, so it is. But let's see how we are going to do. Right now, you're walking home with 3 points, but we haven't seen Cardinal, who may be a Rollerdrome prodigy, and we still have me. So let's see how Cardinal got on, shall we?
Let's
go. Right, and here we are, Tomahawk. This is Cardinal Smith's run here. I don't know how much time he got to play on this. Cardinal has been extremely busy. That's why he's not here today, obviously. He's a very busy man. He's been
very coy about this run as well. Like, he kind of was like, his first question is always, what are the scores?
Yes.
What are the controls? Sorry, I should say. And he's playing this like a man who's played this for years. It's very fast. It's high octane. It feels a lot feels a lot and looks a lot quicker than how my run was as well. And he's straight in banking tricks and bullets and stuff as well. And
yeah, his combos is already at 10, and we're 30 seconds in. He's doing pretty well.
he is doing the exact same thing that I did though as well. It's basically just hold the rotate button and a direction and hope for the best. But that's it. He's still getting the multipliers up rightly now by 12. We're just coming up shy to a minute played.
Yeah,
and he is just clearing the field as best as can be expected. Now, one thing I will like about this is like it's not as grounded as say Tony Hawk is with your angling and your positioning. You could just land onto the edge, hit triangle, and you are straight into a grind without any worry.
Oh, it's a hard lock on.
Yeah,
it's a hard lock on. There's nothing to worry about in this game. Even if you overstay the grabs, as soon as you hit the ground, you'll just roll, and it'll take a wee bit of score off. But if you kill someone while you're rolling, you'll get a roll.
You get a good
bonus
boost on it there as well. And he's got a good couple of perfect dodges, but I think he's maybe missed the
sound cue.
The bullet time option there as well. The perfect reflex, I think that's what they call it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As long as he's staying within that 22 times multiplied, I think every kill stacks that multiplier up by 1 there as well. So, and he's constantly on the move. Always be comboing, ladies and gentlemen. This is what our takeaway is from today's episode.
Always be comboing, and that is Cardinal's run done. So it is, again,
beautiful stuff. Very fast, very aggressive now, and I kind of like it gives you the score on the screen. I can't say the entire time on any of our runs that I know, well, on any of my runs, so I should say, that I've noticed it. I'm always looking at the multiplier. The multipier's in big, massive letters, like.
Yeah, the multiplier was the thing that I was looking for. To be quite honest. I didn't really care about the total score. Obviously, I did, but the only way I get to those big scores is by keeping that combo going at all times. But that is Cardinal's run done. Instantly, you can see he got an A score, and it is 627,851. So, I mean, that's over half
wild.
A year's.
For as fast-paced and as aggressive he was at like the combos and tricks and stuff, and getting a lot of, you can kind of see when you start to like think back and like dissect it there, he's missing on like the reflex dodges and the reflex shooting and stuff like that. So that's probably where he's missing. He's banked in more unique tricks at least anyway, but I think face value, very good run. Very good run. I think though there's a lot to be said that he could have looked like, you could have been looking at some of the tutorial stuff and like chaining and comboing and unique tricks and stuff like that as well. You build that up a little bit more, and he took much less damage than I did. I think it looked like he didn't take any damage at one point, to be quite honest. But
yeah, he took no damage.
95 seconds as well. That was absolutely rapid.
It's very, very, very fast indeed. It was stylish. There was a lot of tricks going on, and as you say, he was always killing and he was always shooting. It's very, very, very fast time. But I just don't know. I mean, every level in this gives you a par score for time. So as you said to start, this one is 355. I don't know how heavy the bonus is based on time. I'm sure it is in some respect, but I don't think the weighting on time is as heavy as you think it is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more to it. It wants you to be stylish and all this here sort of business. But right now, you are top with your 1.1. What was your
1.161 million?
Yeah, and Cardinals in second place, getting 2 points on 627,851. There's stuff I want to talk about, and I'm reticent to do it now because I want to talk about it whilst we watch Mang, if that makes sense. Because after a few rounds of this of scoring super low is when I started testing different things. And I was like, right, how does this game work? What does this game want me to do in order to get the score that is going to ship me up that little timeline bar at the end. So I went in and played it like I would Tony Hawk, getting lots and lots and lots of tricks and shooting while I could. But like you said, my first few runs, I run out of bullets and then had to kill time, and then getting bullets back, and then that kills time and it kills your combo, which is even more important than killing time. But no, I did a lot of learning by doing in this game, but I'll hold off on what my tactics were until we get to my gameplay, which I feel there's no better time to do that than the present. So let's go. Let's just get stuck into my gameplay. Let's get to the night, Tomahawk.
Just before we do, I'm just doing a little bit of quick maths here. Then, so Cardinal finished his score on 627,851. The little tiny font on the right hand side of the screen for those watching the video says 532,149 to the next rank. So I assume that is the lowest ceiling for the S tier.
Yeah, it's 1.15.
1.16 is your. So I got 1,139 above the minimum requirement for S tier.
Yeah, it's crazy. The jump is huge.
So wild. You nearly have to double your score just to bump up a letter grade. This is how we should do Game of the Month.
I'm telling you.
Put it on a scale of 1.16 million to 0.
Where A tier is just above the midpoint of the scoring. But yeah, let's get to my run. We'll watch my run, and then we'll talk about what sort of tactics I employed. But let's get there now.
Let's do it.
Go. Okay, so this is my run, Tomahawk.
I'm scared now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm absolutely terrified of this one.
Now, I didn't put very much hours into this. I actually put way less than I would have liked, but in my gameplay of this game, I noticed certain things, and I was formulating in my mind things that I could, for lack of a better word, abuse.
Okay.
Okay. So my plan going into this was kill all the club welding guys, grab as many of those little symbols as I could.
The little combo boxes, yeah.
But I wanted to abuse this, like, bullet time reflex kills as often as I could, which meant one thing: I couldn't kill any of the snipers because I was going to use them to get perfect dodges, because every time you get a perfect dodge, it adds like 400 points to your multiplier. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so if I can get perfect dodges and then the reflex kill there, and here's you see me sort of angling myself towards enemies to get the reflex kills. And I was like, so if I just hold off and keep as many snipers in the arena as I can, but this is when I learned that one of the snipers has to go in order for the next wave to begin.
So you could just be doing, but at the end of the day, you could just spam that over and over again and like take a negligible hit in the time limit, like, but you're not going to run that risk because they could half your time or they could half your score as a punishment. Really, it's so hard to say, but you do have to clear like 90% of the field for the next wave, or I think the entire wave have to be gone before the next wave appears.
No, okay. They do not, because there's the sniper from the first wave. He's still alive. You do not have to clear all the enemies. It is after a certain amount of kills occurs does the next wave start. So I have kept the sniper from the second wave and the new wave are now here, and all the grunts. So I just was like, I'm keeping as many snipers in this arena as I possibly can, and I am going to abuse.
That is a great tactic.
Yeah.
I would never have thought about that, because I just went for like fastest kills, as many as I can, and just clear the arena without really thinking about that. That's genius. Yeah,
that was my plan. And I also learned very quickly that I thought if you got shot once, you lost your entire multiplier. You do not. If you get shot once, you lose a chunk of your score. But if you're quick and if you have a grunt close to you, you can save it by killing the grunt and still going up in your multiplier. So right now my multiplier is at 23, and my score that's going to get multiplied by 24 is 35,000. So this was my plan the whole time. So I've just been shot.
You can see, you can massively see how that goes down, because it's on a timer as well for as idle as you are. Don't do any like tricks or kills or anything like that. So that color bar goes down inside the lettering and stuff, and it's by times 26, it's going down pretty rapid there.
The higher your combo goes, the quicker it goes down. But that's me done with my victory there. You can see I did quite a few like unique tricks and stuff like that, because that's a good way of saving your combo as well, by just utilizing as many unique tricks as you possibly can, by me abusing the perfect dodge and the perfect kill sort of
I'm scared now because the score
mechanics.
is just loading up here.
Yeah, it's really, 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 really
Oh,
close. So it is super close. So
oh man.
yeah, so my score was an S rank score, and it was 1,186,208. So I think I've beaten you by about 16,000 points. Is it even?
25k
Yeah,
basically. So you're talking like, in the grand scheme of things, that's like a handful of different tricks. Like a couple of unique tricks on my end boosts me up a little bit.
yeah.
But when you take into that like times 27, I think mine's there's your best combo, one just over 1
Just over
million.
1 million. Yeah, it was just over. I took a lot more damage than you or Cardinal. I took 108 points of damage, but it doesn't really matter the grand scheme of things.
Because you're so quick on getting the combos rebuilt and your kills restacked as well. So
Yeah,
like that's a great tactic, to be fair, to have the club goons
yeah,
eliminated quickly and then just rely on perfect dodges for the snipers.
yeah. So
Perfect.
there's a perfect dodge on those club enemies as well.
Oh
You
yeah,
can
yeah. You
perfect dodge
you
them
like if you
too,
could you can
and
time
it's
their
hard.
swings. There it is quite. I noticed in a couple of your attempts on the run, you were just either clipping through them
Mm-hmm.
as a dive. Like I think you nearly have to have their animation come into, like their
Yeah,
animation needs to start. You can't just anticipate it really. Whereas the snipers have this clear cut. It goes from red to white on
yeah.
their sniper
Their
beam.
laser.
Yeah, their
Yeah,
laser.
yeah. Their laser. Yeah. It is. It was a tough one. Now you had more time at this than me and Cardinal did, and we always bang on
Yeah.
about leaderboards and games not working. The leaderboards in this game work. And I'm not gonna lie. When I did my first run, my first proper run after doing all my like learning, I was like 600,000, and I was like, that seems okay. Is it okay? I don't know if it's okay. And then I was like, I'll peek. And then I saw your score was like 800,000, and I was like,
I
I'll
could do better.
I can do better, and that's exactly what I did.
Do you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
just it was a
Fair
steeplechase at the
play.
end of the day. It was a steeplechase.
Was this the one? Is this the same as a couple of weeks back? Was this the one more and I'm done?
No, this
No. Okay,
was
this is right to the wire. This
this
deadline.
was right to the wire of the deadline. I think I got this score, and if I had a did one more run, the upload before the deadline wouldn't have been possible. I think there was about 10 minutes to deadline when I got
Okay,
that score,
okay.
and I was like, "Do you know what? That'll do me." I've went back to it since, and I've beat it. No, I haven't beat it. I got really close to it, but I've never beat that score. So
Yeah,
I
my
peaked with
highest
like,
score is like an unattainable standard at the minute now. But I think that being said, watching what you guys have done, especially like your little tactic there, which I would tip my hat to, that is a phenomenal piece of. Do you want to just call? I don't know what I want to call it.
mechanical deduction.
I don't know. It sounds like spamming to me. Like, but
It's not spamming. It's
no,
absolutely
no,
not
it really,
spamming.
really isn't. Actually, I'm kind of just jealous. I didn't think of it first.
It's
Actually,
strange because there's
it's
no penalty on it. None. There's no penalty on it. It's always 500 points every time you perfect dodge, and every time you get a kill in that perfect reflex kill. It's 500 points every single time. It is. You get 6 of those, and it's one of the icons that you have to grab.
It is a laugh though. I'm looking at this, like even the time as well, 2:18. Like time doesn't make a difference in this one, really. You get a
No,
big chunk. You get a 6-figure bonus on it anyway.
I think it
But
does make a difference. I just don't think it's as big as you thought it was, and I wasn't going to tell you that I don't think time's the biggest factor as you think it is, because I wanted you to do this as fast as possible.
because this originally, I kind of maybe thought, because it is that's the first thing that the level does. It says this is your time frame.
Yep.
You will be penalized otherwise. So I thought to myself, we'll do this as a 2-prong approach. We'll do high scores and then quickest to do it. But then time isn't massively. You can clear that field no problem. Like that's super. Just shy of 4 minutes is the most casual way I can think about playing that, and I would struggle to do that in 4 minutes.
Yeah, you would be hard pushed to
You would
be
be
still playing
meandering
that at 4 minutes. You'll be like putting the controller down and eating a sandwich to get 4 minutes. It's I don't know how possible that is, but
it's
I'm
a
sure
weird
someone's
ceiling.
done it.
It's a weird ceiling to put on that level, like. But
it's the first level, I suppose. So they just want to make it as accommodating as possible.
I will say, because it's the most open of the maps as well, especially when you get into like the later, like quarterfinals and stuff like that, where you have like raised edges and balconies, and the next level after this, you get wall running.
Yeah. Oh, you can wall run in this as well.
I like the next one. It like introduces that mechanic to you, so obviously you can just implement it however you need to. But how you would effectively do it without just running the perimeter?
Yeah,
I'd be intrigued to go back now, because the next gun you unlock is the shotgun, I'd be intrigued to go back and do this run with the shotgun and see if it affects your scoring in any way, shape, or form there, because I know that its firing mechanic is a little bit different than just the pistol, where you can just blind shoot. This one has like a little reticle that like meets in the middle, and you have to time your shot that way to get an actual like focused shot, I suppose they'll call it. But there's a lot to like about this game. Really is.
I had a ball playing this. I thought this is a really, really, really good game. It's a fantastic game. I really enjoyed my time with it. I struggled to beat scores at some points in time, but I just thought it was really fun, and there was a lot about it. And learning it was really good fun too.
Exactly, yeah. As I said earlier, it's like there's other speed runs, quote unquote, we'll call it, where it's just become infuriating. Whereas this one actually
just didn't.
Was rewarding. It felt so rewarding to do everything in this, and I think I'll try and finish this game like end credits as well.
Yeah, I think so too. It's still in my PlayStation, so I think
I really liked it. It's seldom that like a challenge game ever kind of sticks with us in this. It's usually like that micro 60 minutes or so that we play it for, and then we talk about it, and then it just gets put into the recess of the play statistics. And then this one I'm really, really thinking I'll stick at it and get it finished up.
Yeah, me too. I really enjoyed this game. I thought, why haven't I played this before? But I don't know why. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So you have the scores there. Do you want to just read over the scores again? Because I saw you writing them down. So what were the final scores then, Tomahawk?
So the final scores are: Cardinal finished third place with 627,851 points. I finished second, bagging myself 2 points with 1,161,139 points. Mr. Luvva Luvva, you're taking away 3 lovely, lovely points going into the penultimate episode with 1,186,208. That is like finest of margins that I've ever, like 20 odd K still sounds like a lot of points.
But it's
not. If you put one, like if I had a longer combo, or if I had a better combo score, if I had like 2 unique tricks or a couple of perfect dodges, that small score multiplied by like times 28, I think mine was at one point, then would make a huge difference.
Yeah, I did not realize our scores were as close as what they were, and I saw your scores like, I can't remember my score. I just remember it was 1.1 million something.
So tight. It really, really is. No, I think in like season 10, when we run out of games, we have to rehash old ones. Then I think we'll bring this one back.
The grunge matches, remember that? Remember the grunge chip? What a classic!
What a classic trope that is. We need to bring that back in some way, shape, or form.
So speaking of bringing things back, we need to bring this back on topic, which is the league table, Tomahawk, which after 10 weeks, which after Rollerdrome looks like this, still in third place in the league table is Tomahawk with 23 points. Second place, still Cardinal, but now he has 24 points. And first is me, now with 27 points. So going into the penultimate episode, 2 more episodes. It is close.
There's no two ways about this. I think we've gone for a more reserved scoring system this season, and I don't like it because I like just mathing in my head. this league table is not really going to change until the season finale.
Well,
Realistically, it's only going to be
you
me
and
and
Cardinal.
massively are the only two realistic places that could change.
Yeah, but Cardinal could, with a win next, bring it to a tie in points. Anyway, I'll stay top because a challenge wins.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day,
it's tight. It's so tight.
It's tight. It's a tight league. It's not as tight as it was last year, but it's fairly close.
We need to bring back chaos scoring. That's the only thing I'll say on that front, anyway. But
I mean, it's good. It's a good place to be, and anyone can still win this, obviously. Which is the way we like it. We want it to remain competitive at all times.
Oh god, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we still have the season-long challenge points to dole out as well. We'll obviously discuss that next week.
No, we're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about it as it stands now. But overall, it wraps up next week, and then we'll deep dive it a little bit more next week on it. But there's still points to dole out for that too, which will make a big difference.
Yep. And speaking of big differences, you know what hasn't received any changes or any differences? The wrap up section. So let's get there now, Tomahawk. And that is it, Tomahawk. Another episode and nearly another season of competitive gameplay, all wrapped up. It is looking perilous for you and Cardinal. Time is running out.
Oh, like the points are running out. Sand grains trickling away. It all just yeah, I need a win. I just want to put myself in a nice, tidy position with a little win. DNF for you some way, somehow. I don't know. I'm whatever happens there. I don't know. This going back-to-back malarkey is difficult.
I'm telling you, I mean, there's a reason nobody's done it. It's not easy. You put so much pressure on yourself to not lose that first game. And then you think, okay, if I can just win that, then the pressure comes off. But it doesn't. The pressure's never off. The pressure's on every single week. Is just, I don't want 1 point. I can't get 1 point.
Can't afford 1 point now.
Can't afford it.
We laughed that as a 4, you could kind of get away with 1 point.
Not anymore.
Everyone,
every time you don't get 3 points, someone's stealing points from you effectively, and I'm in a pretty lucky position this year where not many points have been stolen from me. You and Cardinal have been
fighting each other, basically
taking points off one another and helping me in a sense. But it is anything to go. It's anyone's league. It is anyone's league. I'm not going to rest on my laurels. I'm going to continue to try to win challenges. I want to win the last 2 challenges because I have been in this position so many times before and been beaten in the last ridiculous scoring system challenge. And I just don't want it to happen again. I want to build up as healthy a lead as I possibly can. But I'm getting vibes of season 1 here. I think season 1 I was 7 or 8 points clear Cardinal, and my only mission in Quake was to not finish 7 or 8 points, 7 or 8 kills behind him.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we always do the 1.1 kill sort of metric for the finales and stuff as well. So yeah, healthy leads are gold dust, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
yeah, all I can do is try to win as many challenges as I possibly can. And speaking of challenges, Tomahawk, next week's challenge game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge.
The scroll and beat 'em ups are back, baby.
They're back, baby. After the amazing success of Streets of Rage 4, they're back. They're back in a big way. I like this game, and
I do. I've always really liked it. Just it always seems to be on my hard drive. I don't play it very often.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Also, I have to have serious beef with a game that makes you pay like $6.99 just to have a survival mode on it. Streets of Rage is different. 4, I paid like 99p for Mr. X's Nightmare and all that wonderful stuff that was Streets of Rage 4. Like, this is like, I would pay a full, like, you could go to PlayStation Store and buy a full game at $6.99.
You can. Yeah, I've never bought any of the DLC for this because it was all characters that I vaguely remember from Turtles, but they were appearing in Turtles when I was just not into them anymore. Yeah. I don't care about the rabbit character at all. No, does anyone?
Now, this one's a good one because this will be like one of the very few and far between quote unquote team challenges, I suppose, for
Yeah.
next week. It's there's an awful lot of teamish elements.
Yeah, I mean, there is a teamish element, but there will
We'll all be at the same time. We'll be playing it at the same time. That's about the only team element it'll be, I suppose.
Yeah, there are points to be won and points to be lost, but we're not going to tell you what the challenge is on it. Just be aware, next week's challenge game is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And you've made mention there of the season-long challenge, which is something we haven't really talked about. And that is because we've been producing these videos for YouTube and we have been struggling to keep up with the production requests of this. So what I'm going to do here is
great idea in theory, wasn't it?
I mean, yes, but it's just been one of those seasons where getting us all
doing
together.
doing these things as a summer holiday thing was a bad idea.
It was, but it's the way the schedule fell. We just had to suck it up and get on with it. So right now, this is week 10, which means we are on week 9 of our WWE 2024 summer or season challenge, which means basically what this is we upload a video every single week. We had the intention, and the first 3 are up on YouTube with commentary from me and you, Tomahawk. But it's got to the point now where we can't feasibly fit in commentary for every single match. So after 9 rounds of this, so from match 1 to the penultimate match, the scores on the board for me, you, and Cardinal are as follows. Cardinal is in 3rd place with 1 point. I'm in 2nd place with 3 points. And Tomahawk, you are leading the way with 5 points. So your character has won 5 of our simulated games, which is quite incredible. It's about an average of over 50%. Now, what we're not going to do is we're not going to add those points to our league table just yet. We'll do that in the season finale because there is one more triple threat match to be fought. I don't know who wins. We're going to try our darndest to get commentary on the finale of that as well. So if you want to watch the matches, the first 3 have commentary from me and Tomahawk. It's very good commentary, if I do say so myself.
It was quite excellent.
Get on over to YouTube and watch them. The rest of them aren't going to have any commentary. It'll just be the game commentary. So if you want to watch them. Leave a wee comment who you think is going to win. But that brings us to the end of this episode. So I'm just going to quickly go over the housekeeping one last time. If this is your first time listening, or if it's your 124th time listening to us, I think that's what we're up to. I know.
Wild.
And you haven't yet give us a star review in the platform you're listening to, please do that now. Give us 1 star to 5. However you think we're worth, that's what you give us. If you want to give us a written review, that would be even better. If you want to leave a comment as well, leave a comment, converse with us and have conversations. We will reply and get back to you, absolutely everybody. If you want to get more high scores, high stakes content throughout your week, because 1 hour just isn't enough, go to highscoreshighstakes.com and find us everywhere we are, all over the internet. And if you haven't already shared this with a family member or friend who you think will like it, please do that now. You're probably listening or watching this on your mobile phone, so hit that share button and share it with a friend. And that is it. I have nothing left to say except I'll be Mr. Luvva Luvva. This has been High Scores, High Stakes. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on Monday. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Auf Wiedersehen.